Hello, hello, Chiefs. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. We got a great Chief chat today with the hot seat panel. Let me make sure that you guys can see and hear me. Say hello. We got Ross in the house. Scott is here. My neighbor, Mr. Dennison, is in the house. What's happening? Tanya's here. Hi, Tanya. Good to see you. Lynn. All right. Lynn's here for a half hour. Well, that's awesome. We're going to get right to it. All the action right here. Scott, what are you talking about? It's cold here. Oh, there in Montreal. Yeah. Dean, my man, is in the house. What's up, Mr. Dean? The mean marketing machine. Dean Edelson is here. Great to see everybody. Let's have a great time. Wendy, if you are here, please say hello and raise your hand so we can get you on and dive into your hot seat. I like to get right to those so that everybody gets the full value of it. Loving this format. It's so cool to have you guys come on and share. Let me make sure my settings are straight here. Just let me check out. I'm in the right mic and I'm in the built-in output. Just want to make sure I don't blast everybody with echo when we get other folks talking here. So we should be good. David Watson, what's up, Dave? Good to see you. Can I call you Dave? Vonnie, hey, Vonnie, how are you, man? Good to see you. Love having the crew here with us. Real quick, some pretty exciting news. There's something really cool in the works. I don't know if you guys noticed an email I sent out yesterday. It was a Dean Jackson style email, 9-word email, inviting everyone to show interest in a small group mastermind that I'll be holding in February. I was floored by the response to that email. Over 100 yeses already from that email. And what's super exciting about that is it's got me thinking differently about what I originally intended. I was thinking of doing a virtual group, as I've been doing since October. And I thought about maybe changing up the focus a little bit. I've been working mostly exclusively with freelancers, and I thought maybe I'd work more with business owners this time. But there was such an overwhelming response that it's really got me thinking it's time to do the first Copy Chief live event. Now, I'm not going to do a big live event like we will ultimately do, where we, fill up a room and have presentations and make it more like a seminar. This is going to be still a small group, intimate, hot seat style event, a lot like what we're doing here. But the second thing that surprised me beyond getting 100 yeses was several of those yeses were from pretty high level people in our industry. I won't name any names yet, but I'm already spoken to one of them and I'm speaking to others. And so what's forming in front of me here is a really cool, special event where 10 or 15 folks will get to be in a room with a panel of about 5 really high level experts who will all present something new. And then we'll have a hot seat style 2-day event. So I'm like, man, just buzzing with excitement over this as it forms in my mind. And I just think it's going to be one of the coolest things to ever happen. So this is not a pitch for it. I'll be replying to all those emails. It's obviously going to be sort of a super strict application. I need to get just the right people in the room so that it's, the event that it's meant to be. But really excited and sort of humbled and honored to be thinking about hosting an event like this, because when I was new in this industry, I think an event just like this that John Carlton invited me to was truly life-changing for me. It was the first time I'd been in a room with people of that caliber, many of whom I'd been studying and looked up to a great deal. And to feel like I was, in an intimate setting like that, all the airs and all that stuff just go away and everybody's in the room together, and you truly are a colleague and a peer, and you become friends over a couple of days like that. And it does something to you on a cellular level to be suddenly, on par accepted by people that you had on a pedestal, it makes you realize, and because you hear yourself matching experience and ideas and having them respond to your ideas, and you're going, wow, like I'm valid. I got something here. I've got David Garfinkel nodding his head and saying, tell me more about that. I mean, that's one of those validations that we get in business and in life that helps us realize, you know what, forget all this imposter syndrome crap. I belong here. This is my time. And you know, what else is possible, right? It's just one of those moments that every entrepreneur experiences, and it quickly accelerates your reality, expands your reality, and accelerates your ability to go out and kick ass, because you feel like you kind of got the stamp of approval, right? So really excited, and yeah, like I said, just like overwhelmed with the whole idea of it. It's absolutely going to happen, and it's going to be here in St. Pete in February. So that's what that is, and of course I'll be sharing more. And look, you know, obviously only a very small percentage of people can come to this event. Obviously, if it goes well, I'll be holding more, and undoubtedly the wisdom shared and taken from this event will be spread throughout Copy Chief for us all to take part in. If we can, I'll be in the room. So again, it's just another reason to feel so appreciative of what we have here, this family we've created, these opportunities. Every time I'm with people like us, like I was Monday, Tuesday at Dean Jackson's Mastermind, there's just nothing like it to be in an intimate setting with people that get you, understand what you're doing, what you're trying to do. You know, how many people in our sort of real world lives can relate to this stuff that we do, man? We're rebels. We're out there, and you know, in modern society, like still so many people are just looking for instructions. Like, you know, I really hope to get a job where somebody will tell me when to show up and what time to sit down and where to sit and what to do. And I'll spend the rest of my life looking busy and hoping not to get caught so I can collect some check, man. And for us, it just doesn't add up, right? We just like, it feels like we're caged animals. But, you know, most of society thinks like that's the win, to have that gig. And it makes us outliers, and it makes it difficult sometimes socially to communicate and to bond and to have people to relate to, because if that's somebody's world and all they do is kind of sit around and get caught up in office drama and live vicariously through TV shows, I'm not judging, there's nothing wrong with that, but for people like us, it's not what's rolling around in our heads. So anyway, that's why it's like extra exciting to be in rooms like this where everybody is like you and they get it. So yeah. So again, okay, back to the moment. April's in the house. So good to see you. And there is Wendy. Hello, Wendy. I love you're cracking me up with all the talk about eating cookies and sort of stressing over this hot seat. I hope you don't feel that way at all. Of course, you know that Melanie's here. Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, caged animal. Isn't that what it's like? So yeah, this is going to be so fun. Let's get our panel going here. Let's first get Wendy. Ross will help you guys if anybody's having trouble getting on. I think most of the people we'll have been on before. Let's get Wendy situated first. You've been on before, so we're all set here. I'm going to start inviting everybody as speakers here. Melanie, Ross, April. Who else? Is Wardy in the house by chance? If Wardy is here, I'd love to have Wardy come on. That'd be super special. There's April. Hey, April, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me make sure my audio is working.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I hear myself. Like, that's bizarre. I'm having like a delay. I have myself open. Boom. I have myself open in another window watching this unfold.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Working? Okay, good.
How are you? Okay, I think we're good. Sweet. I got Russ. I got April. Let's see. Wendy's coming. Hey, Wendy.
Hello.
How are you, girl?
Hey.
You haven't had too many cookies, have you?
Oh, yeah.
How's your blood sugar right now?
I'm okay. After dinner, so.
Sweet. I want to direct everybody to Wendy's thread, if we could. I think I have it right here. I'll drop it into the chat so everybody can see the action we've had. Oh, I got to get John. Hey, Melanie, how are you? Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. Good to see you. Well, it's not morning anymore. Oh, thanks. Ross already did it. I love you. Ross is always a step ahead of me. Angie Coley. I feel like I abuse you, Angie. Are you okay to come on? You'll chime in inside chat. Perfect. Okay, got you. Yeah. Angie's like trying to, and I always call her on. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I got to have John. Where's my man, John?
She doesn't want the video evidence of her slacking off at work, Kev.
Yeah, right. I know. Somebody's going to bizarrely stumble across our chief chat and go, Angie, could you come in the office for just a minute? We'd like to show you a video. I see you editing important documents as you're speaking. Not a time to multi. How about Kathy? Kathy, could you come on? Ross and I, how privileged are we to be around all these amazing women? There's John. Sweet. I don't like to I'm just going to bring people on. I love having all you guys here. Don't feel obligated to speak. I don't want to like awkwardly have you come on and then never speak, but I'd rather have you here and not speak than not have you on if you have something to say. Does that make sense? So, so there's John, and I'm going to get Dean as well. Kathy, if you can come on, that'd be super cool. Tanya, are you interested in coming on? Let me know. I'll tell you what, I'll just invite you, and if you are, pop on. And if not, you can ignore that, and that's totally fine. I invited Kathy, and I'm looking for Dean. Sweet. There's John. What's up, John?
What's up?
Looking thug. I feel like I'm about to get carjacked. What do you got going on?
It's cold here, man. I'm getting ready for a blizzard.
That's right. You guys are about to get pelted, huh?
Yeah.
I can't even wrap my head around that, bro.
That's cool. I work from home. I got nowhere to be, so.
That's right. Just get the shovel ready so you can get out if you have to.
That's right.
Sweet. All right. Who is Kathy? Oh, we got a first timer, everybody. We need a horn or something. First timer. Hey, Kathy. Are we going to get to see you or just hear you? Either's fine. Oh, Tanya, what's up? I can't remember if Tanya's a first timer or not. I see your... I've never seen that before. A little OMG above your your name there. That's a new one. All right, cool. So, Tanya, we don't see you. I don't see Kathy. If you don't want to share screen, that is perfectly fine. Kathy, let me just make sure I can hear you. If you're speaking, what's up, Dean?
Hey, just got like kicked off. It was strange.
Uh-oh. Well, you're here now.
Yeah.
Kathy, we can't hear you yet, so just check your mic settings there. And Tanya, can we hear you?
Hello?
Hello. All right, sweet. I can hear you, Tanya, so we're good.
No, it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting to be on the panel today.
You're on the panel. You're official now.
Oh my God.
I love it. And like I said, I will, since there's so many of us, sometimes I like to just direct it if I think somebody has something. Otherwise, just kind of give me one of these and I'll see you. Otherwise, I'm not getting any echo right now, so I think we're cool, but it's usually a good idea to mute if you're not talking so we don't get any echo. But I think we're solid, man. This is an amazing panel. Kathy may be trying to log back in. She may be, if you're having technical difficulty, maybe Ross can help you in the chat there. But thank you, everybody, for being here. This is always super fun, and let's dive in. So, Wendy, I'm going to hand it over to you and just catch us up with, I see your thread. Tell us a little bit about your company. Just imagine that future people are going to come watch this, right? And it's like a brand new experience. So tell us about your company, what your objectives are, what you'd love to get out of this hot seat today.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out wherever you are. I'm Wendy Gardner, and I've got a handmade skincare business. And I don't normally speak on video, so forgive that. If
You look wonderful. You're doing great. And I love your kitchen. Is that your kitchen?
It's my office.
Oh, that's your office? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see.
The shiny copper stuff is where you can make floral waters from. There's stuff up there.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
So all the
your
rest.
laboratory/office.
Yeah, everything's in cupboards, and I've got shelves with everything arranged. So I've got my computer ready. It's standing, so it's good for the back. But okay.
You literally make the stuff there at home, like when you're developing.
Yes.
Wow.
Just on the counter behind me, I weigh my stuff there. It's got to be a flat surface away from vibration, and then I go through to the kitchen proper and melt and measure and whisk, and then I come back in here and put the labels on, and I've got a shelf where everything is. I can take you on a little tour. Hang on. Okay, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
So there's some of the products there, and it's my desk, my files. Hang on. It's kind of weird doing this tour backwards, and there we go.
So it literally is handmade by you right there in your room, and hand labeled and then sent from your loving hands into the parcel and delivered to somebody's doorstep.
So I get the ingredients, and then I get I've got like all my equipment in different cupboards. Can you see down there?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, so make it all up, wrap it, and get it out to. I'm just selling to the UK, Canada, and America at the moment, and I've been focusing on creams, and this one in particular that I had Stephen help me with for the Vogue copy, and some other people as well.
Art of Eternity.
Yeah. And
wow, how exciting! Well, this is very cool. You know, because see, already I have new insights. I didn't realize it was this homemade for you, right?
Oh, okay.
Really cool. I'm excited. Okay, cool.
Okay, and this year I want to promote 2 products that I've done, and they're for my best customers, but I haven't been spending any time on them, and the copy just sucks. And I want to kind of give it a bit of vitality and personality, and you know, I've been on the copy chiefs a year now, so I want to stand out, and I've been hiding behind being glow, glow, glow. And in fact, it shouldn't be. It should be Wendy, not glow. You know, so they're buying from me from these little hands. And the 2 items tonight I want to talk to you about are these ones. So this is a special. It's like a dark glass bottle called Miron from Germany, and it stops the ultraviolet light going through. And anyway, so it's supposed to keep the potency and energetics high on it, and it's oil based, so it gives your skin like vitamins and you know the healthy nutrition it needs. And then the other thing is, sorry, this label's on skew, but I've had these nice new proper labels done, and that's like a liquid that you spray on like a mist. So I haven't been pushing them because I've been trying to do the creams, but people want a little something else, and I feel, well, why not? If they don't buy it from me, they're going to go to someone else, and I can do whatever anyone else is doing. And you know, I mean, I've got like gold and platinum in a cupboard down there, so you know, I have crazy things, and so I can adapt if you think things are not sort of really exciting enough. So I can do that.
Let's talk about. I mean, obviously there has to be the scalability issue with the products being so intimately produced. What sells best, and what, you know, let's go Shark Tank on this a little bit and talk about your margins on any given product, and are they much higher for any one more than the others?
Well, funny you mention that, because Stephen was chatting to me about customer lifetime value, and he got me to do some numbers, and those 2 items that I'm showing you now, they're the quickest and easiest for me to make up, but I haven't been promoting them, and they actually sell really, really well. So I can make those a lot quicker than I can make my creams, and if I've had a bad night's sleep, I can still do them really beautifully. Whereas the creams, you know, there's so many touch points along the thing. If I mess up one thing, I've got to start right from the beginning. So this is the year. Let's, you know, I don't have to work on the most technically tricky all the time. I can, you know, it's like I was punishing myself, trying to make the only focus on things that were exceptionally difficult to do that other people often can't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's done. That's sorted. I can do that. But
Okay, great. So we're talking about these two products today. Are they new or are they like bestsellers?
They are bestsellers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So bearing in mind, I've got a very small list, but they do get bought, and the people that buy them come back. I'd like customers that haven't tried them to try them, and then I'd also like to get people that haven't tried anything to try them. So that's
Okay,
the
cool.
goal. Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at what has been accomplished in the thread so far, so we're not just repeating too much. I know John had some great stuff. This should be me. Everybody sees my screen now, right? Okay, so these are the two. Let me just bring up your pages for these products, Empress and Drench. And so some of the quick takeaways, your objectives are descriptions, get a message over to your list, which have been receiving newsletters from you. How responsive is your list when you send out stuff? Are you having dialogue with them pretty regularly?
They give dialogue if I ask a direct question, ask for feedback. I do get people writing in, so I try not to abuse that privilege and keep it for getting information back when I really need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And Lynn's talking about quote from Wendy. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Kind of like, I like the idea of like, yes, you definitely need to step out in front of the brand to be the spokesperson for it, but I would also let Glow remain the focus. You don't want to have the E-Myth problem of being so super tied to the business that it stops the minute you can't be, communicating about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And Wendy is a good example of that. I mean, when people are buying, not only for Wendy, they love. Wardy. They love Wardy, and could Wardy be replaced? No, but could sales continue if Wardy wanted to not have to, make a video or have a training or a webinar, any of the stuff she does for a few months? Yeah, the product, the sales, I think would be fine. So that just be conscious of having that balance, okay?
Okay.
Don't go out so far in front of it that it doesn't move without you. I can speak from experience on that problem. I embrace it, but it's something I'm conscious of. So
I don't think I'll go crazy. Just because doing the whole putting myself out there is quite a nerve-wracking process, and it's not. I'm not comfortable doing it at all. But I know I need to do something in small amounts. I'd like to make those small amounts count because it's a lot of stress for me to do, to be talking live, and that poser video was a good, it was like really.
Good. Well, I'm proud of you for doing that. I know that's why I held that challenge, and I wanted for all of us to be able to get out of our comfort zones and do them. There's people like me who I'm more than happy to stick my face in front of a camera at any given opportunity. There are people like Wardy who has learned to get better at it, and we see the results, even though it's fun to see someone on her level just work with the formula. But I want everybody doing these just for the practice. Like you say, these things are hugely effective 2-minute videos, and they get tons of views, and it's just a real cool way to bond and give value in all the right ways. I like that John's tie back to Jay Peterman is super relevant here. I'm sure we were all familiar with Jay Peterman. If you're not, you definitely want to. I think it's jpeterman.com, right, John? Maybe somebody could post a link up there. You could just read this copy all day for pleasure.
Yeah.
And the lessons just occur naturally. Of course, it was a big thing in Seinfeld for a while. And so those are the things that have been discussed. So coming off the thread here, Wendy, what are your big takeaways so far? And based on the feedback you've received already, what would you like to get more specific feedback on now?
I love the feedback, and I didn't know about this Jay Peterson because it's an American concept.
Yeah.
So I've spent time today, and I absolutely love. I love the way the things were drawn and written, and it was when things weren't written up in a beautiful, interesting style, I felt kind of cheated, and it was like, hey, you know, that's just, you know, like everyone else. So I love that idea, John. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so I noticed April saying in the comments here, you know, you need video of you creating the product, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, just this little tour you gave us, just wow. I mean, it's so charming just to see that this is your world and existing in here. And again, it doesn't have to be fancy. We all think, oh my God, I'd have to get lighting in here and you know, have a costume designer. Like, you forget all that. Right? Let's bring April on real quick. If you want to elaborate on that at all, April. April, why would this be so effective for her to like show where she works?
The same thing. I mean, look at those, like the copper pots and the bottles, and I didn't realize that you handmade all of this also, and you were talking about weighing things. So I'm kind of a product junkie. So one of the things that I would love to see is a video where you start out making the product, whatever it is, like the Drench product, and you, as you're making it, you just talk about, like, you know, what's going inside of it, what the ingredients are, and it can be something super short, and then flash to like how you use it. Like if it's something you spray on your face, you say, I spray this on my face, you know, in the morning when I'm running late for work or whatever it is. I think that would be really cool. And there is a brand, let me drop the link into chat. I would watch what this brand is doing and kind of tweak it for what you do, because theirs isn't handmade, it's not the all natural, but I think their marketing is brilliant, particularly how they use video, and they have a set template for how they do their product description. So they have the description, how to use it, the key ingredients, the benefits, and the claims, and they do that with all of their products. And then the other thing they do that I think is really cool is you can buy one time, or you can sign up to get the product every month or every 2 months or every 3 months. So that way you get them on a subscription.
Okay, that's a good idea, because cream sort of runs out after 5 to sort of 6 weeks. So if the subscription was there, it would just hurry them up. Else they have to remember to go online and to pay and wait for it. So.
Yeah.
It's a great tip, April. There's never a better time. You look, if you've done your job to get somebody excited about this product, it makes perfect sense to offer them a subscription, you know, an auto ship, and tell them that, you know, this is going to run out in 6 weeks. I know that you're going to kick yourself if you find an empty jar one morning. So let's solve that problem right now, and I'll even, you know, just build in a special discount for auto ship members, you know, member discount of 5–10%, whatever it is. And like April's saying, the idea that you are going to hand make this product and deliver it, I mean, this is a real specialty item. Like, you're not competing to me with any of the corporations and the things. I mean, obviously it's important to watch what sells about those things, but your huge competitive advantage here is that it's you, and it is you making this stuff. And I wholeheartedly agree. The first task is to just make some fun videos about, just like Wardy does, and she's a perfect example for your business here. It's great that you guys are so close, because she's in the kitchen, she's with her kids, she's doing these things, and she's, you know, if you could get other women locally there who love the product, have them stop by the lab there, or whatever you know call it, and make some up special for them and just have fun with it, you know?
And the other thing I'd add, since you mentioned that you're also selling to the American market, you have this like Nigella Lawson kind of voice. That's another reason you really need video. Like, really, like, video is, I think, what you need to do next.
Okay, well, I've got really great feedback from Mordy for the video as well. Thank you, as well as you, Kevin. And I hadn't realised it came across okay. So
sure did. Yeah, great.
Okay. All right.
Cool. And you'll quickly get savvy with the tech end of it. You know, like I mean, most of mine I do everything on this iPhone and iMovie in here. It's like amazing what you can do to edit your video and add little titles and all kinds of things. It's freaky what you can do with an iPhone now. And so cool. Let's wanted to get John on real quick just to talk more about the J. Peterman stuff, because I think it's a really smart thing, especially for, again, like a homespun company like yours. You look at that copy and it's one of those, like, they make it look easy. It's actually, you know, takes some skill to write that way, but I would only use it as a model as far as the adventure, the intimacy, and find your own version of it, you know, but really make it Wendy and make it authentic. John, yeah, talk about that and how you would see, like, Wendy adopting some of that flair but making it her own.
Right. Well, the key for me with the Peterman stuff is, I mean, he obviously is using story to infuse drama into what would otherwise be kind of like a dry product description, but pretty much all of the classic ads, not so much the new ones, they're all status plays, right? So it's all, what is this product making the customer, helping them become, right? So it's taking the product and showing the super dimensionalized benefit. So like his bifocals, it's a whole rock star history, and how if you wear the bifocals, you're a part of that rock star history. You know, the one that I posted about the blazer, it's 3 different women, and that blazer in the life of the 3 different women, you know, and kind of who that blazer makes them. So not so much, I didn't post it so much so that Wendy could follow,
right,
template the style, but more so that psychology, the philosophy behind it. And for me, the key thing is the status play. You know, and that goes for any kind of copy. I mean, not just product descriptions, but you know, who are these women? Who are you enabling them to become through the use of your product? You know, some of his ads, the product itself is the star of the ad. Some of the ads, it's just one ingredient. Like he has one where it's a polka dot dress, and the polka dot itself, you know, helps you become sort of a rebel. Right. Other times it is purely the person, you know, wearing the dress or wearing the glasses. So just that kind of psychology really is the thing for me that I love about his ads. That I think she could use using her descriptions. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, excellent. No, it's a great point, and good key point about the status play. You know, Wendy, for you again, you know, it's not like you are saying this is only for certain people, and it's not for other people. But it is, because first of all, you have a very genuine scarcity built in. They know it's you creating it, and you can only create so much of it. So the stuff does run out. That's why you can be priced higher than most things on the market, and it's immediately understood and justified. And so that is sort of a status thing, and not so much that it's excluding other people, but making the people who do become clients and customers feel extra special about being that. On that note, let me go to Melanie, and let's talk about that in the context a little bit of the 9 buyer profiles. Mel, you know, like I'm thinking, you're always in my head now with these, and as we're having this discussion, I'm thinking, yeah, like that is, I'm sure, very effective for a certain kind of buyer, but how else might we apply some of that thinking so that we're not excluding other buyers in the process?
Well, Wendy and I, let me back up my story a little bit. Let's see. I got it in my head to start emailing more often. And, oh no, your screen just froze. Oh, there you go. You blinked. You're back. And also I have a storyteller side, and so I started using that. But what happened is I started sharing something that's a little more personal that I hadn't shared before, and then I hear you in my head. You live in my head, and you say, "What's the big takeaway? Link it back to copywriting." And so anyway, Wendy and I have been having this side conversation about what's in the emails and why that matters and how it helps. Wendy, if it's okay to say so, you've been making me feel more courageous in my own emailing because I know you open my emails and read them. And that makes me feel really brave, and so I really appreciate that about you.
Awesome.
And but I was just kind of thinking about your buyers, and my daughter likes to sew things, and her favorite thing is a YouTube channel where they take something that she bought at Target or wherever, and then she makes it on her own, and you get to watch her make it, and then she recommends whether or not it was worth making that t-shirt or that jumpsuit, or whether you just should go buy it at Target. And I think that's really interesting for your videos and your emails, because you could help people make better decisions and feel more supported and guided as they're making decisions like that. Like, why would you make it on your own? It's kind of awesome. And also, I do work alone, and I'm here under a lot of stress a lot, and if someone were to auto-ship me a handmade cream every year with a little, or every 6 weeks, with a little note that says, you're special and I thought about you and I made this for you, yeah, I would buy it. I would keep buying it.
Cool.
So all of that links to the buying types, because there is a buyer type that says, please support me, please nurture me, please empower me, please teach me, please love me, please respect me, all of that.
Love that. Yeah,
That's beautiful, Melanie.
that's awesome, Melanie. Yeah, it's so true. It's like, think of that as almost like the Birchbox effect of how cool is it that day that shows up. You almost forget about it, and then it comes, and adding that little extra touch, that little love note, again, an ability you have that most people don't, because you are sending it anyway. Why wouldn't you include just a lovely little message? And how, God, what a bonding experience. You know, a whole new trend over the last few years has been these boxes, these monthly shipments, and unboxing videos and things like that. And you don't have to go crazy, but who knows if you couldn't even add in an extra little thing as a surprise, a little trinket.
I always do. With every order, they do get little surprises, and they get a little handwritten note, and it's often do a little drawing at the bottom, and I gift wrap everything, so when they get it, it's like, you know, people know. So it does feel like, you know, birthday or Christmas when it arrives. So I'm already doing that, but.
Well, then I think we need to, like, again, like, I don't want to like whore that out and like expose it as, and not let it be a cool unannounced bonus. But at the same time, how great would it be if you could get some unboxing videos of people receiving it, and just through them we learned that there's a surprise in every package, and you don't even kind of have to say it, right?
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Maybe, you know, you could do is hold the challenge in with prizes or something for the best. I don't know how we, you know, don't want to make anybody feel less special about doing it, but, you know, anybody, and it could, wouldn't it be cool if we could get some unboxing videos of this product?
Maybe we can have a copy chief challenge. I'll put a special discount up, and you can. I'm joking.
Yeah, perfect tie-in. And let's teach you how to write some copy. If that skin's glowing, your Match.com profile is going to be getting some action, and you're going to need to know how to respond. Oh, I see Ross unmuted. You got something for us, Ross?
Yeah, so you know, my experience with these sort of products is obviously minimal. You know, when it comes to skincare, my girlfriend laughs at me because I use one type of soap and one shampoo, and that's it. Right? She talks very, very, very specifically about how she's got very sensitive skin, and how she has to be very, very careful about what she's putting on her skin. And she's a huge fan of this company in Montreal called Vain Pursuits. And what their USP is that they don't just sell you whatever. They have like a range of products, and they'll give you an assessment and then tell you, you know, this is the type of one that you need to use. I think it's a skincare quiz or something like that. I'm not sure if it's a survey funnel approach they're taking, probably not. But what they do then is they have like, I have a bottle here. I'm not going to show it because it's a bit dated. This is one of an older one. But I brought, like, there was a package delivered every month or whatever, and I actually brought the latest one to Ireland when I saw my girlfriend for the first time in 5 months, and she was so happy to get this because she's over in China. She doesn't know any of the products. And she's like, thank God, I got my skincare stuff. But if I look at the label here, her name is on the label, and the formula number is on the label, so she knows very specific. Yeah, I can. It looks pretty ratty because it's been falling down in the shower every day since she's left because I keep knocking you with my elbow.
Yeah.
Right? But you can see the name on it there, and it's got the formula number, right? So
Yes.
like, the main point that I was going to make when I was looking through the descriptions that you have is I couldn't really instantly tell who this was for or why they would choose it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's realistically, I think, the main things that someone would want. Now, the ladies here can correct me. I don't know why someone would choose one over the other when it comes to these sorts of products, but I know those two decisions have already been made up for Cody, my lady here, because she's already bought into the fact that they're sending her the stuff that's right for her. And she gets a little cardboard box every month, and there's like 3 or 4 products in there. Her name is on the front on a sticker. Her name is on every bottle, every whatever, on the sticker.
Is her name Cody, Ross?
Yeah, her name is Cody. Where was the guy's name?
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, and she gets a note in there as well. You know, hey Cody, here's the latest blah blah blah. We're sending you this. I haven't got a copy of that here, but the next one when it comes in, you know, she's not going to be using it because she's still in China for the next few months. But I'd be happy to open the package up and do the unboxing video for you and show you, hey, what's in there, just to give you an idea, because you know they're like all her friends use this, and they don't have a website up. I tried to find it, but they're a Montreal company, and they're still pretty low key, I think, but a lot of people talking about them.
Okay.
Great idea.
Sometimes I do products for people, like, well, this one's got my name on it, but I put their name on if I do a special recipe for them, then they kind of get that for special times. But that's not the run-of-the-mill everyday one. But
is that something you offer as a service? To customize it?
I have got it there in case people want to do something bespoke, but I haven't been pushing that because it's quite time-consuming, and lots of people end up. It can take up a lot more time than you imagine. So I went through it recently, and I put the prices up, number one, because you know it's quite intense doing everything completely from scratch for one person. So if anyone wants to get that, they can. But you know, I think my regular recipes are great. I mean, there's no reason.
Right.
Unless you've got money you just want to throw away. Really, you don't have to, unless you know. But some people like to be crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm thinking of 2 things here. One is sometimes having a super high-priced offer out there, whether it's a regular seller or not, it's just a great way to anchor the value, right? And so makes everything feel kind of like a bargain in comparison. Yeah. The other thing is, what a cool special gift for, like, the Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, what a cool thing to be able to order a customized cream for your lady with her name on the bottle. I mean, you know, and the packaging looks lovely. So super cool. It looks like Kathy, you have something to add in. I think we can hear you now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, good. I fixed my setting. No, I was just going to say I don't. My camera got disabled. I'm not sure what happened, but I rarely use makeup. But I'm in the Amazon Vine program, so I get sent a lot of very expensive makeup at no cost that I would never buy. And the only thing I've noticed is it creamy, is it comfortable to use, and I'm very sensitive to things like ingredients and whether it's been tested on animals. So I think since you obviously have very pure ingredients and you don't test on animals, I would definitely, and I like the idea of a gift. I think that would be a delightful gift for someone for a special day.
Great idea. Yeah, great point about, do you emphasize that a lot now, that it's all natural and not tested on animals and those type of things, Wendy?
I do, yes, the natural. The tests on animals, no, because the EU regs are changing, and you're not allowed to make that claim anymore. So
it'd be funny if you had like a cat and you said, like, only tested on my own cat.
Yeah.
And you say, like, people can't stop talking about my cat's fur. You know, like, all they talk about. People come from miles around to see my cat. Dean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was going to say, can you say only tested on humans?
Well, yes, you can say that. Lots of people say they test on themselves or test on their friends and family. So in the niche that I'm in, the natural and organic handmade niche, that's kind of one of the ethos is people. Well, that's the wrong word. People avoid animal products, so it's kind of it's different if you're not in it. But once you're in it, it's kind of, you know, you hear it all the time, like natural, organic. It's, you know, they're looking for your USP. It's not so special when you're in the group because no one's testing on animals. We're all being kind of, well, trying to be nice.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that we shouldn't assume that people assume, right? So you know, it's one of those things that make sure it's said. You could even
I need to put it in, even if they know, for the ones that don't know.
Yeah, you could even do like a Frank Kern style thing. You know how he handles the compliance issue is he's like, you're probably not going to use this or make money with it. Let me just say that now. And then he can go on and pitch it as hard as he wants because he's like gone over the top to be compliant. He uses it as a, you know, as a hook essentially. So
okay.
Just keep in mind that even though you're not allowed to make that claim, you could say, hey, I'm not allowed to say that because they changed this rule. But it's important for me that you know I certainly do not test it on animals in my once it gets to me, or you know, however you can phrase that so that people understand, you know, where you stand on that, right? And so at least it's included and it ticks off that box for certain people who would have concerns about it. Always mention your good quality helps people check. Yeah, exactly what I said. All right, we're in sync once again, Bill. check those boxes. Cool. Awesome. Well, any other issues or questions? What else can we tackle for you here, Wendy? We're coming up on the hour.
Can I make a suggestion? One suggestion is Wendy. Is that okay?
We got you.
Oh. So I'm at your page for the and I'm looking at the graphic for, let's say, Empress Elixir. And, I mean, this is definitely a specialty item. And so at the Empress Elixir, you've got a picture of the product with a Mont Blanc pen. And for women, I think it's a question of beauty and aesthetic. And Mont Blanc pen typically it's kind of a neutral. I know it's a status item. I think if you associate it, one, have a beautiful picture taken of all your products, really high-end picture, have a professional photographer take it, and you may want to associate this with something else like a Cartier watch, a Louis Vuitton bag, if you can do that, Fred Winston diamonds, something that is high status and elegant, going back to what John said, because I think it is, being this homemade, all-natural, no crap, no chemicals, no filler product with your love, your care. If it's a family, centuries-old recipe, really emphasize that, and so that it's you're putting forth an entire package graphically and photographically, so that women can and whoever your buyers are, even men, can associate the product. Because they're going to look at they're going to see a picture first before they start reading the copy, and I think that's just it's really important to do. You can also really I think boost presence too with like a tips and secrets page. Some like you're answering like some frequently asked questions, but hey, here's some homemade, here's some Wendy's tips on how to use this and get the most and best out of your product. With a video, something simple, and again, this comes back to assumption, create a video on how to apply it for the greatest effect, for the best aesthetic, for the most beauty, however it is. Don't assume that just by reading directions that people know how to use it. And I think it gives you an opportunity, as going back to what was said first about creating videos of you making all of your potions and notions and salves and elixirs.
Great points. Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Wendy?
That's great. No, thank you. That's my own homemade, and I'm not very good at camera work because I've just changed the packaging, so I'll get that one improved. Thank you very much. I can't believe what the time's done. It seems to have flown.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a great point. It's an investment to be made, and even though you do change the labels, but you know, I bet you could. This is like a Craigslist opportunity to find a photographer who needs some credibility and some gigs, and would, I bet, work cheap or free to have you as a testimonial and be able to show their work and just practice their work, right? You know, a recent graduate of any kind of photography school, or I bet if you posted on Craigslist for a product photographer, you get a pretty good response and could get something incredibly affordable.
Okay, I'll have a look. Thank you very much.
So
That's great.
Be resourceful on. You don't have to spend thousands on some pro. I think you could get something very serviceable for a nominal fee. Take your products on location. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Yeah, bring them out, and it'd be. I wonder, is there any laws around like? Well, they do it in all the stores all the time, like sampling, having people try it and sample. Is it the kind of thing like the second they put it on, they'll feel like a tingle or have some visceral reaction to putting it on their face?
There shouldn't be any tingling, but it should feel quite
nice. It's working. That fire you feel means it's those are the key active ingredients.
Anyway.
All right, so it wouldn't be like blue blocker effect. Yeah, you're not going to get the. Okay, so Melanie, what do you mean by take it on location?
Well, I was thinking about how. Okay, so I'll tell you about my orthodontist. Okay, so every year. Now, I'm very close to my orthodontist because I have 5 children and they all have crooked teeth, and so I finance his mortgage, right? And so every year he has this vacation contest, and he prints out these little head bubbles of himself, and then the kids cut them out and put them on popsicle sticks, and then wherever they go on vacation, you take a picture with your Dr. Elliott, and then you post it to Facebook, and then the kids win points towards prizes and whatnot. And it's a big success every year. But part of your thing, Wendy, is to become a lifestyle brand. Then it would be nice to take your little bottle of cream or drench spray on location, because if you go on vacation to, say, the beach where it's sandy and miserable the whole time, you might want this particular product versus that one. So you don't necessarily have to use it, or you don't necessarily have to have somebody else use it. It's not like they're trying out new Kleenex or Coke versus Pepsi or whatever. But it could be you, like, at the beach with your digging stuff out of your purse and a snapshot, and it's just kind of nice. It supports you in the life that you dream about having.
Yeah, because I live in one of the most beautiful areas of England now, and all the Londoners come down to this part of Devon for their holidays. So it would be that's a great idea. So, yeah.
And then we can go on vacation with you all year long, because whenever we reach for that bottle of cream, we're thinking, remember that time? I wish I could go to that one place on vacation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and the other thing I was thinking for you is, have you been to that site called True & Company?
No.
Okay, well, it's a ladies' lingerie site, so be forewarned. But you're right. But the problem is that nothing fits ever. Is super annoying. And if you want to buy something online now, it's doubly forever certainly not going to fit. So what you do is you go to the site, and they take you through the quiz, and they're really nice to you, and they never make you feel stupid at all. And there's little.
Oh, you froze up, Melanie. Did that happen for everybody?
Yeah.
Bummer.
What
was it called?
Fit you.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
True & Co. Yeah.
True & Co.
Little pictures that say this will fit you, and if that's not the nicest message ever, I don't know what is.
TrueandCo.com.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool. So get fitted. Again, so I love the idea of just like thinking of what other problem can we solve by having the ability to handcraft the product.
Right. So you might only have 1, 2, or 3 that are the custom blends, because most things work for most people. But if you did have a little assessment, use the word quiz, but that helps you know I'm a blue rather than a red, and then when the emails go out and then say for my red people, this you might like this, feels a little more personal without having to be super custom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at this. Hello, lovely. Your response to our fit quiz help us stock your personal shop. Your personal shop, love that. With the sizes, styles, and brands that will fit you best. Let's get started. We'll send you 10% off when you complete the quiz. So that's really brilliant right there. Just that, Wendy. You could do a survey thing where people talk about what works best for their skin if they know, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, so if your skin is really dry or really dehydrated. So I've moved into doing creams and products specifically for sort of drier skin. So that's you tend to be in your 40s plus, some people at 35. So I've kind of moved into that area just purely because there's so many ingredients you can get, and I just couldn't keep up with all different skin types and all different age groups and all different.
Sure. Yeah.
So
some of this is going to have to be food for thought right now, like being realistic about what you're capable of. But I do love this. Look how they're doing this. You know, you choose something and they immediately give you a tip. What a generous thing that is, rather than trying to sell you. They're just kind of saying, here's one thing you can do. But as what they're doing is helping you decide that you have a problem. They're showing you that they're experts in the problem you have, generously offering you a way to go about fixing it and causing you to make the natural deduction that you're in the right place for someone to solve it, right? Let's see.
Your straps dig in too, Kev?
They do, and I'm just trying to find me here. I want to say I've gone from this cup to this cup. As hard as I've been working at the gym, so interesting. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's a great example, Melanie. Thank you. Okay, cool. So you've got a ton of stuff. I don't want to overwhelm you, but let's see. We're at the top of the hour. Anything else, or do you feel like you've
that's
got
plenty?
work to do?
Will all the notes on the chat be pasted up so I can read them?
Yeah, as long as
so thank you very much.
Webinar Jam gives them to me, I'll definitely paste them into the thread there under the replay of the video.
One last comment. I am going to respond to your USP thread, Wendy. Yesterday I kind of lost with an appointment to the doctor's office, but in your first original or the second post in that review thread, one thing I noticed is you call out one of your differences, and then you kind of say you haven't pushed it because you think it's a trade secret. But like if you have a trade secret and it is something that you do better, I would not be worried about communicating that, right? You may not give the exact formula on how you do it, but communicating that you do something differently and it's better for ABC reason is exactly what people want to hear. So I'll write more up about that, but that was just kind of one parting note that I still had.
Thanks, Ross. That's great.
Excellent. Cool. And I want to remind everybody, and thank you, Wendy, for reminding me to remind everybody that you got to book your hot seat. I think we're open in another couple weeks here. So go to the thread. It is in the general discussion section. It is stickied at the top. It says, live Chief Chat Fridays. And there are two links in that first post. The first post to register will always be for the next live Chief Chat, and the link right under that is to book your hot seat. That goes right to my calendar, and you can book your spot. Am I sharing this? Let me share my screen real quick, just so everybody watching this knows what to do and where to go. Yeah, so I know it's a bit of a pain in the ass to have to re-register for every chat, but it's the only way we figured out through Webinar Jam to not send people emails on days there isn't a chat. So that's how we're doing it for now. So just remember every week to come in here. I always send reminders, but register here and you can claim your hot seat right here. So again, thanks to the panel, man. I just enjoy this so much every week. I love being with you guys, and just the value in all your expertise is really appreciated. So, Wendy, thanks for being up in the hot seat. We couldn't do it without you guys who are willing to put yourselves out there and let us tear at your stuff and for all the right reasons. So thanks for doing it, and we'll look forward to seeing your progress as you start to implement some of the ideas we shared today.
Thank you very much to all of you. I appreciate all your time. Thank you so much, and I've got plenty on my plate now, so great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. I will see you inside. Bye.
Hey, guys.
See ya.
Bye.